chosen ones, there comes a time when the path ahead feels uncertain. The progress once made seems to slow, and the vision of a better life starts to blur. It's in these moments that the next step may not be about pushing harder but about stepping back, clearing what no longer serves you, and preparing yourself for the next level. Success is not always about constant movement. Sometimes, it requires a pause, a reset, and a new perspective. The mind and spirit must be aligned before real progress can take place. Reset, restart, and refocus, 3 steps that are not just words but principles that can shift the course of life entirely. When applied, they open the way for clarity, purpose, and fulfillment. These are not just actions to take once but continuous adjustments that ensure steady movement toward a greater version of yourself. Resetting begins with clearing what holds you back. The past is often carried like a weight, slowing down every step forward. Thoughts of past failures, regrets, and doubts can create an invisible wall between where you are and where you want to be. Progress cannot exist when the mind is cluttered with old stories that no longer serve a purpose. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting, it means freeing yourself from the emotions tied to those memories. Holding on to past disappointments or fears keeps them active in your present. When those attachments are released, the mind gains clarity, and a new sense of direction begins to form. The need for a reset is clear when frustration, hesitation, and self-doubt take control. These are signs that something within needs realignment. Continuing forward without addressing these internal blocks only leads to exhaustion and confusion. Resetting is not a step back, it is a necessary shift that allows the mind to operate from a place of strength rather than struggle. The process starts with identifying what no longer serves you. Whether it is a pattern of negative thoughts, self-judgment, or expectations placed by others, letting them go creates space for new possibilities. Success is not about carrying everything from the past, it is about moving forward with only what contributes to growth. Forgiveness is a major part of resetting. Without it, the past continues to repeat in different forms. Letting go of resentment and guilt is not about justifying past experiences but about releasing the emotional weight they carry. The mind cannot move forward when it is occupied with thoughts of what should have been different. Forgiving others and yourself is not about forgetting but about freeing the present moment from being controlled by past events. Self-forgiveness is often the most difficult part. Mistakes, missed opportunities, and past decisions can create feelings of regret that linger. But dwelling on what cannot be changed only keeps the cycle going. Recognizing that every experience has contributed to growth allows the mind to shift from self-blame to self-acceptance. Forgiving yourself does not mean ignoring what happened, it means acknowledging it, taking the lesson, and choosing not to carry the emotional burden any longer. When this happens, energy is no longer wasted on the past, and space is created for new possibilities. A reset is complete when the mind no longer reacts to past situations with the same emotions, allowing focus to shift entirely to the present. After resetting, the next step is to restart. This is the moment where new decisions take shape. It is not about beginning from nothing but about moving forward with clarity and purpose. Restarting does not mean forgetting everything that came before, it means using the past as information rather than as a limitation. The past does not define the future unless the same thoughts and actions continue to be repeated. A new direction becomes possible the moment a conscious decision is made to change. Restarting requires a shift in mindset. Doubt and hesitation will try to interfere, questioning whether change is possible. The mind tends to resist new patterns because they feel unfamiliar, but staying in the same place is not an option when greater things are waiting ahead. The moment old patterns are broken and a new choice is made, progress begins. It does not have to be a dramatic change all at once, even the smallest shift in thought or action creates movement in the right direction. What matters is consistency. A true restart involves redefining who you are. Holding on to an outdated version of yourself prevents growth. Identity is shaped by thoughts, beliefs, and repeated actions. If the same patterns are repeated, the same results will continue. Restarting means becoming intentional about how you see yourself and what you choose to accept as truth. The mind follows what it is repeatedly told. If past failures or doubts are the focus, they will continue to shape reality. When a new identity is created, one that aligns with confidence, strength, and purpose, everything begins to shift. The new version of yourself already exists. It is not about creating something from nothing but about removing the layers that have hidden your true potential. The thoughts, beliefs, and habits that no longer serve you can be replaced with ones that do. Restarting is not a one-time decision but an ongoing process. It is about continuously choosing the mindset and actions that support growth rather than hold it back. The mind adapts to what it is repeatedly exposed to. When it is fed with thoughts of confidence and possibility, it naturally begins to reflect those qualities in daily life. A restart is complete when the old version of yourself no longer feels like an option, and the new path forward is fully accepted. Refocusing is about removing distractions and giving full attention to what truly contributes to success. The mind can only hold a limited amount of focus at any given time. If energy is spread too thin across unnecessary thoughts, doubts, or external influences, progress slows down. Clarity comes when priorities are defined, and all efforts are directed toward what is important. This requires a conscious decision to stop engaging with anything that does not align with personal growth. Many distractions come in the form of habits, thoughts, and outside opinions that shift attention away from the goal. The more these distractions are entertained, the harder it becomes to stay on course. Refocusing means recognizing where time and energy are being wasted and making adjustments to eliminate them. It is not about working harder but about working with precision. When every action is aligned with a clear goal, results come faster, and motivation remains strong. Success is not just about effort, it is also about directing energy toward a clear intention with certainty. Doubt weakens focus, creating hesitation and inconsistency. Without trust in the process, actions become scattered, leading to frustration and delays. Faith is what strengthens focus, allowing full commitment to the path ahead. When there is complete certainty in an outcome, every step taken is with purpose, and the mind does not entertain anything that contradicts it. Intention sets the direction, but it must be followed by consistent action. The mind is naturally drawn toward whatever it is consistently focused on. If the focus remains on setbacks or uncertainty, those experiences will continue. When the focus is placed on success, progress, and personal growth, everything begins to align in that direction. The key is to hold a strong belief in the outcome while ensuring daily actions reflect that belief. Refocusing is not about waiting for the right time, it is about deciding that the time is now. Discipline is the foundation of success. Without it, efforts remain inconsistent, and progress is difficult to maintain. Many start with strong motivation but lose focus when challenges arise. Discipline ensures that action is taken regardless of circumstances. It is the ability to stay committed to a goal, even when the results are not immediate. Success is not about doing something once, it is about doing it repeatedly until it becomes second nature. Consistency is what separates those who succeed from those who remain in the same place. Small actions done regularly have a greater impact than occasional bursts of effort. The mind adapts to repeated behaviors, making them easier over time. Every day that effort is applied, the process becomes more natural. Waiting for the right moment leads to delays, but taking action daily leads to steady improvement. Success is not based on how much is done in a single moment but on how consistently the right actions are taken over time. Resistance appears when change is attempted. The mind is conditioned to stay in familiar patterns, even if they do not bring the desired results. This is why doubt and hesitation often show up when a new path is taken. Overcoming resistance requires understanding that these thoughts are not barriers but signals that growth is happening. Ignoring them does not work, instead, they must be recognized and replaced with thoughts that align with success. Doubt weakens focus and slows progress. It leads to second-guessing and unnecessary delays. The only way to move past it is to continue taking action despite uncertainty. Confidence is not something that appears before taking action, it develops through experience. The more challenges are faced and overcome, the stronger confidence becomes. Waiting for doubt to disappear only strengthens it, but moving forward despite it takes away its power. Progress happens when action is taken consistently, regardless of hesitation. Living at a higher level requires a shift in thinking and action. It means operating from a place of certainty instead of doubt, clarity instead of confusion, and strength instead of hesitation. Success does not come from external circumstances alone but from how the mind is trained to respond to them. Growth is not about waiting for the right conditions, it is about making the decision to move forward regardless of what is happening around you. Every action, thought, and decision contributes to either progress or stagnation. The key is to eliminate anything that does not align with success. This includes negative self-talk, distractions, and unnecessary commitments that take energy away from what truly matters. When the focus remains on the goal, and every action supports it, results become inevitable. Moving forward is not about waiting for the perfect moment but about consistently choosing what leads to growth. Challenges are part of the process. They do not mean failure but are tests of commitment. Those who succeed are not the ones who never face difficulties but the ones who refuse to let them stop progress. Obstacles will appear, but they are only as strong as the response to them. Every challenge provides an opportunity to strengthen discipline, refine focus, and prove that success is not dependent on circumstances but on consistency. Growth happens when setbacks are seen as stepping stones rather than barriers. Giving up is the only way to fail. The difference between those who reach their goals and those who do not is persistence. Each day that effort is applied, no matter how small, moves closer to success. The mind adapts to whatever it is trained to focus on. When the focus is on progress, every challenge becomes a temporary phase rather than a stopping point. The ones who continue despite difficulties are the ones who reach new levels of success. Success is not a single event but a continuous process of growth. Each decision shapes the direction life takes. The ability to reset, restart, and refocus creates the foundation for lasting progress. There is no need to wait for the right conditions because the right time is always the present moment. The mind adapts to what it is consistently trained to focus on. When the focus is on improvement, every step taken moves in the right direction. Growth happens when effort is applied with purpose. Every thought, habit, and action contributes to either progress or stagnation. Small changes made consistently create significant results over time. The ones who reach higher levels of success are not those who never face challenges but those who refuse to let challenges define their limits. The decision to keep moving forward despite obstacles is what separates those who succeed from those who remain in the same place. No situation is permanent unless it is accepted as such. Resetting allows the release of what no longer serves a purpose. Restarting creates a new direction without being held back by the past. Refocusing ensures that all energy is directed toward what truly matters. These three steps are not only a solution to temporary setbacks but a way to maintain progress at every stage of life. Each day is an opportunity to make a choice. The mind can either remain focused on past limitations or shift toward new possibilities. The ones who commit to continuous growth do not wait for the perfect conditions, they create them. The ability to reset, restart, and refocus is always available. It is not about whether change is possible but whether the decision is made to move forward. Success is not a question of chance but a result of consistent effort and the willingness to adjust when needed.